So hi guys, welcome to the day 5 of 6-day workshop on Python programming by Insightix. So today we are covering topics like functions, methods, and some packages. Okay, so let's start with function. So function is something we have been using from like day one. Like if we see the built-in functions, so print and input are some functions which have been using like from day one. So these are some like really very good codes basically. Okay, so like if we print something, so we don't have to like add any more statements to the print function. Okay, so they are input. We can also create our own function to get some desired output. Okay, so we will see it in the notebook. So let's come to the notebook. You all can also start the notebook and practice with me while I'm doing. Okay, so let's say like I'm covering some inbuilt functions. Okay, so let's take a variable x equal to this. So some inbuilt functions are like to find the maximum. Okay, so if we take max and run it, it will give 8. Similarly, we can see some also like length of x. Okay, sorry. So there are 6 uh, uh, numbers in the list. So length is 6. We can also do some round off function like round 1.68. So guys, I want you to answer this in the chat box. So what do you think will be the output of this? You can type the output like what can. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. You guessed it right. It's 2. But let's say that I don't want it to be round off to 2. I want it to round off to 1.7. Let's say. So what I can give is that 68 comma 1. So what it will do is that it will round off the first um, the digit after the decimal point, basically, which is 1.7. Also, we can do sorted function, sorted, let's say x in reverse order. So it will give this list in the reverse order. So these were some inbuilt functions. You can also create your own function. Okay, create a function. So to create a function, the one thing you should remember is that def keyword. So def we will use to create a function. Okay, let's say ki I have to create a function like my function indentation. Then we'll say that print Hello everyone. Okay. So what is the use of function? Is the same use of like when we create our own function. Okay, we can use it anywhere in the later phases. Like let's say I'm using my function. Okay, and run it. It will give hello everyone. Okay. So this is what I call calling a function. So we can call a function by this. Okay. So function name and bracket. Let's take one more example. Like now we will pass some arguments in the function. So I'm taking the same function like my function. Okay. Here my function, and I'm taking a variable. Let's say if okay. Then print if name. You can give anything like any surname or something like that. Like let's say I'm giving Kumar. So now when you call the function, let's say my function, I'm giving my name. Okay. And run it. You can see there is a space to be given. We see it's Nilanjan Kumar. Okay. So whatever we are giving in the function while calling a function, if we are giving anything in the bracket, so it gets printed. Okay. So this is what when we pass some argument in a function. Okay. So it's simple. There's nothing to worry about. Like def is the like we are defining a function. We are creating our own function, my function, which is the function name, and giving a variable name basically. Okay. Then we are printing the variable name with some other string. Okay. Then while calling the function, so in place of the variable name, okay, we are giving a string which is printed with the this print function basically. So what we can say that f name equal to Nilanjan. So that's why it's coming Nilanjan Kumar. I hope everyone got it. Yes. No.
Nilanjan, I just
Yeah.
have one doubt. कि इसमें
Yes.
अगर if we want to take an input as an integer, so do we have to change the type or we can just have as an अगर
No,
हमने
you,
f नहीं बोला ठीक है
तुम ले सकती हो तुम you
हाँ
can take the integer also. I will solve something more which you will see. Okay.
ठीक ठीक
So let's say if integer. I'm taking a number. Let's say x. So print x. Simple. So now I can say that my integer, let's say 5. Can I run it? So it will give me 5. So I think this is what you are asking.
मेरा question is कि if I want the arguments to be integer and if I'm मतलब I just want कि by input itself वो integer हो and अगर जैसे Now what I'm doing, अगर मैं अपने में try कर रही हूँ def my integer and input में in arguments if I'm taking int a, तो उसमें हर बार syntax error आ रहा है. So what is the syntax to take integer, मतलब to take integer as an argument and not change the type later on in the program or during the argument itself? मेरा वो question है.
नहीं, तो integer
मतलब by default it comes as a string and फिर हमें data type change करना होता है, ऐसा है?
नहीं,
मतलब
ऐसा
ये
ऐसा ऐसा एक्चुअली जरूरी नहीं है, because like the main thing is that what you are giving in while calling the function. Okay, so let's say like while calling the function you are giving in the bracket 5, so it will like it will be integer only, x will take integer. Okay, you don't have to give integer function.
अच्छा,
Okay, you got it.
ठीक है, ठीक.
Like
Okay.
let's try one more thing. Okay, let's say that I am giving here here and print. Let's see what it comes. It's giving an error. Why an error? Oh. Still giving an error. So yeah, I think we cannot write any any data variables in this, like a string or anything.
हाँ, ठीक है. Plainly if I had taken a and b and did the sum तो वो हो गया. मतलब वो by default is considering it as an integer जब input पे है.
So it is considering it as an integer.
हाँ, हाँ,
है ना?
हाँ, ठीक. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's do one more problem. Now let us take two arguments basically, like f as function. Let's take f first name, comma last name. Now let's print it. Print I'm taking my see it's giving the same, like so whatever you are taking in while defining a function. Okay, so while calling a function you should give like if you are giving first name and last name, and if I give only one thing, let's say I'm only giving Nilanjan, it will give an error. Okay, so you have to give the same number of this values in the while calling a function. Okay, so you can like you can give your own name also. Let's take Mugita. It will give Mugita Mathur. So this was two argument. Okay, so now let's take three argument also. F. So I'm taking 3%. And now youngest person. Is the person 3. So now I'm just giving the function. Say person 1 equal to dash person 2 person 3 fails. When I run it, it will give the youngest person is Ankur. Okay. So this is a type of keyword which we use in the argument. Okay. Let's say I have taken 3 keywords like person 1, person 2, person 3, and I want to find who is the youngest person. Okay. So let's say I am defining a youngest person as person 3. So when I call the function, I have to write the keyword with the person name also. Okay. Like let's say person 1 is this, person 2 is this, person 3 is this. Okay. Then while executing this statement, you will get the youngest person is person 3, whosoever's name is given here. Okay. So you can try out more examples in this. Okay. So now what I will do is, let's go to the presentation. Okay. So, so let's say now I'm taking a example of passing a list in the argument. Okay. So again, I'm defining my phone function, def my food. I'm taking the variable is food. Here I'm using loops also so that you can get an idea of what we can do with the loop as well. So let's say for so I'm taking a list basically fruits which comprises of apple, banana, and orange. And then I'm calling the function underscore food and fruits. So see what it gives. So as we have done in the loop, okay, for loop, like it is printing um, the the values in the list line wise. Okay. So this is how we can use a for loop in a function basically. Okay, as argument. So I hope everyone got it. Any questions? Any doubt, everyone? Like you can write it on the chat window also. Okay. So I hope it's clear. So let's do one interesting thing. Okay. I'll give you one question to solve, small program to solve in defining a function only. Okay. I hope everyone's this Jupyter notebook is open. So what I
Nilanjan, can I
want is
stop the recording?
no, like let it be.
Okay.
Yeah, let it be. So let's say that you know what is the value of Bitcoin in USD? Everyone knows it. Like how much Bitcoin to if you say one Bitcoin is how much USD? Do you know? You don't know? No. Okay, chalo. Let's do one thing. Um, let's write a program to def, um define 9,000. So is it 9,000? One Bitcoin is 9,000 USD. Yes.
Let me check.
It's a guess. I don't guess it. You can see on Google also. No issue. I think it's 527. One one Bitcoin is 527 USD, I think. So like so you can do one thing. You can write a program, simple program, to define a function. We can say Bitcoin to USD. Uh, um, really a simple one. So you can try it like take 10 minutes or 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes is, I think, better. So try it once, then I will solve this thing. It will be easy. Okay. Just follow the steps which I told you. Okay. Okay. 9177.60. Nice. So yeah, write a program like it's 9177. Try it once, then after 5 or 10 minutes, I can tell you how you can do. Fine. Yes, just let me know, okay, when people are done.
Hello?
Yeah.
Nilanjan, you can mute till then. And we can stop the recording if you're not teaching anything new.
No, wait. Don't like end the recording. Like
Okay.
you have to make again the recording.
Okay, so till then you also mute your voice.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so like I will also do with you now. Okay. So simple. It's actually simple. Uh, Bitcoin, USD. Let's say I'm taking BTC. Okay. So this is the number of Bitcoin basically. So USD equal to BTC into the value that was 9177.60 USD. Then I can say Bitcoin to USD. Let's say I'm saying 3. Okay. So it will give, so 3 Bitcoin is equal to 27,532.80. This was the simple program for converting Bitcoin to USD. Okay. So now what I can do is that like I will go to again to the presentation. So next thing which we are going to learn, before that, like everyone got it? Type yes if you got it. Any problem you can ask. Okay. So moving forward, method. So method in Python is someone like same like Python only. Okay. So the only difference is that like it is associated with objects or class. Okay. There are some more differences. Okay. First of all, it is like you can see the syntax. Okay. So function bracket something and something bracket something dot method. Okay. So it is basically that this something is our object. Okay. Which object or you can say variable which we are giving. Okay. So namely, a method always belong to an object, while a function does not necessarily. We can say that all methods are functions, but not all functions are methods. All methods are functions, but not all functions are methods. So we can take a small example of this method. So let's take variable x as list. I'm taking the same name. Yes, some random. So now let's say that I have to see the index of any place. Let's say I have to see the index. Sorry, x dot x. Let's say Samir. So it's on index 2. So we are starting with 0, 1, 2. Okay. This is how like there are many methods, and this is the same as that of function only. Okay. But the only thing is that we cannot create a method basically. Method is inbuilt only. Okay. So this was method, simple. And now we come to the packages. Okay. So packages, like we have covered almost everything in Python basically. There are some packages which we will use in machine learning, those who are studying machine learning. Okay. So what is a package? A package is a directory or a folder in a Python script. So each script has a module that performs a specific task. Let's say you can see here like pandas, numpy, matplotlib, sklearn. Okay, so these are the some commonly used packages. Okay, pandas is used for data manipulation and analysis. Numpy is used for working with arrays. Matplotlib is used for data visualization. Scikit-learn is used in machine learning basically. So there are many packages which are available today, and like it every package we use because each package has some functions in it. Okay, predefined function in it, so that we are using package so that we don't need to write all the functions again and again, because those are complex functions and they are written in the package so that we can use the package itself. Okay, when required, like in let's say in machine learning, we are going to use pandas, numpy, and scikit-learn many times. Okay, so that time you will see what is the like major difference which these packages are providing basically. And then some practice assignment. One more like question which I'm going to cover in this is recursive function basically. Okay, so what is recursive function? Anyone? What is recursive function? Any idea about recursive function? So recur means repeat. Okay, so it is like the function which calls itself, you can say. Okay, so let's take an example. I'm taking a I'm making a function. Let's say if I variable k. Okay, then let's say if uh, is greater than 0, result Print result. Okay, so that. Then I'm calling the function. So for simplicity, I am starting with 1. Okay. So if I am running the program, it gives 1 as the output. Okay. So like I'm telling you uh, the method which it is following. Let's say try recursion 1. So k is equal to 1. So 1 is greater than 0. Yes. So it will print like k will be 1 plus the same function is going to repeat itself. Okay. K minus 1 is 0. So if 0 is greater than 0, no. So it will return the result as 1 only. Okay. This will not get printed basically because result was equal to 0. Okay, so it's printing 1. Let's take this recursion value as 2. Okay, so it is giving us 3. How 3? So k is 3. Okay, so k is 3 plus try recursion k minus 1 is 2. Okay, then again it is repeating itself. So is 2 greater than 0? Yes. So 2 plus try recursion of 1. Okay, then again it is repeating the function. Okay, then 1 is greater than 0. Yes. So result is, let's say, 1. Okay, so when we saw try recursion 1, it was giving 1. Okay, so now if we are taking 2, so k is 2 and try recursion k minus 1, that is 1. Okay, so 2 plus 1 is 3. That is why it is giving the result as 3. You understood it? Yes, no?
Can you repeat again?
Yeah. So see,
Yes.
when I'm giving try recursion value as 1, okay. So what it is giving? It is giving 1. Why? First of all, this the while calling, the value of k is 1. Okay. So 1 is greater than 0. Yes. So what will be the result? Result equal to k plus try recursion k minus 1. So k is 1 and try recursion k minus 1. So this value is 0. Okay. Then if we are going through again this thing with k is 0, so it will not print this thing. It will return the result as 0. Okay. So try recursion of 0 is 0 and so result is 1. Okay. For k equal to 1. So it gets printed 1. Similarly, if we are giving it 2. So what was try recursion value 1? So it was 1. So now if we are giving try recursion value as 2, k is 2. Okay, 2 is greater than 0. Yes. So k will be 2 and try recursion value will be 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. That's why it is printing 3. Okay. So now we know that try recursion of 2 is 3. Okay. So let's now take try recursion of 3. If we take 3, it's giving us 6. Why 6? Now k is 3. So k's value is 3 and try recursion of k minus 1, which is 2, is 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. If we give 4 now, okay. So try recursion of 3 was 6 and k's value was 4. So 4 plus 6 gives us 10. So this was the like logic behind it. I hope it's clear what is recursion. Now you can stop the recording also.